his name quickly. So the punt team on for Lycoming. Michael Sips averages 33 yards on the year. Looking up in the sun, waving for a fair catch. That was Zane Grover, and Grover lets it bounce, and Wilkes comes back on the field. 11:49 remaining in this first quarter. Their first possession will be at the 21-yard line. And the quarterback was having a nice year. Xavier Powell, number 9. He's a 6'1 senior out of Poughkeepsie. He brings his team on. He's 66 of 110, throwing 5 interceptions on the year. 901 yards, 10 touchdowns. His longest pass, 61 yards. He also likes to lose his legs, and they will use him a lot. 328 yards on the ground this season for Powell. Powell turns. Nope, he'll pull it out of Elijah Jules. And a little miscommunication. He threw it over intended receiver. Looked like it was Devin Higgins, and he didn't even see it coming, so a little miscommunication on the first play of the game for the Colonels. So Wilkes, 33 points per game coming in, 206 total yards through the air. Overall, 386 this year for the Colonels. It is Elijah Jules, their leading rusher, who brings it up quickly near the 30. It'll be close to the line to gain for a first down. It'll be a couple yards short. So Jules in the backfield, a senior out of Red Bank. Has run for 432 yards on this season on 81 carries, 6 touchdowns. For a career, Jules, 2,600 yards total and 28 touchdowns. He's the workhorse back there, and he'll be on the sidecar next to Powell. So they shift over their halfback and tight end on 3rd and short, and they give it to Jules on a run-pass option, and Jules has out. Jules is in the open. Jules is going to go down the sideline on the right side, makes a move. Still on his feet, Elijah Jules inside the 15-yard line all the way to the 12.
22 and 33.
So Ryan Pence tracked him down along with Matt Trollinger. But a big carry and a line. We have an injured Lycoming player. That is Matt Trollinger, a junior out of Carlisle, on the far side. So a nice give off the read option to Elijah Jules. That's his longest run this season. His previous was 39 yards. And he brings it up, and Wilkes is in business now just outside the 10-yard line as they take a look at the injured Warrior, who's up. Trollinger is up, walking away. So he looks okay. Just shaking up. Both teams into a huddle quick. No official timeout on the field. So a big run there from Elijah Jules. If
Sticks are still up. That's a new running back in there. 26. So that's a rush 9 up the
so
middle.
Powell fakes the handoff and then takes it up forward himself for about 4 yards.
Pickup of a yard. 5. Or I'm sorry, 10.
1 yard gain for Powell as Jules takes a breather on that long run.
On the stop for the Warriors. Second down, 9.
Jules now comes back into the game as Costello subbed in for him quickly. So an opportunity for Wilkes to get on the board first here and take the early lead. Johnson in motion. Jules, left side, big hole. Elijah Jules towards the end zone. And he is in. Elijah Jules in from the 10, his 7th touchdown on the season, and he did all the work on that drive, and he puts it in for a Colonel score. 79-yard drive. So 2-point conversion goes in off a fake, and they put that in. Tyler Wetzel, the defender, carried the ball on that, and a 2-point conversion is good, and 9:45 remaining in the first quarter. Wilkes strikes first on the long drive. Six plays, 79 yards for Wilkes. The big play, a 60-yard run from Elijah Jules. And that's where we stand right now. 8-0 the score here in Wilkes. Remember, these two teams put up almost 100 points up last year, so this will not be the only scoring, I suspect, here this afternoon at Schmidt Stadium. Wilkes led by Dave Beaver his first season. He was the offensive line coach for many years. And he's taking over. On the other side, longtime coach Mike Clark, also the athletic director at Lycoming. 17th season, he's 87-71 overall. Lycoming coming off a win over Hilbert last week. So it's teed back up. And the kick from Schneider is deep. That is number 28 who carries it up for Lycoming. And he returns it. That's a nice return from Tyler Marshall, a junior. And Lycoming's second now possession will start around the 30-yard line. Let's see officially where they put it. It looks like inside the 30 at the 28.
Lycoming 28-yard line.
So from the 28, will Fish back out after the Wilkes score.
Lycoming.
Six still out there.
Fish was 2 of 3 on that first possession. He turns, fires it. Quick little out pass to Carson Klein, a junior. He makes that his first catch of the season, and he gains about 3 yards on that, just past the 30 to the 31-yard line. So Lycoming huddles quickly, and they bounce right back out. Fish with the sidecar of Terrence Oliver, the running back, number 7. 4 wideouts in there. He turns and gives it to Oliver left side, but the Wilkes defense is right there. Ramos and Steele Hess out of Whitehall make the tackle. No gain on the play. In fact, I think he lost a yard, if that's so. 3rd and long now, facing Lycoming one more time.
Third down.
Back to the 30. Yeah, it's a loss. Third down's giving you some problems there.
Cohen Kressel, number 10, is in for Wilkes. He's a first-year player. So a lot of players being used this afternoon from the Colonels. Fish over the middle, has his receiver. Nice catch by Klein. Klein past the 40. About a 12-yard gain, and will move the chains.
You caught it at the 40, and now the spot is the
Ball
42.
spotted at the 42-yard line.
That's a new quarterback. No, that's 5. That's
On that
Huber.
last row?
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
that's 5.
Can you correct that?
Yes.
Okay. 5 now, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 is a quarterback. I should have caught
So Jay Huber, number 5, is in for quarterback for Will Fish. He's a 6'2", 190-pound player.
No, he's saying
And he fell on his butt, and let's see if he was down before he threw it away.
Number 5, Jay
Alright,
Huber's
so we have a-
So Huber's in the game. He's from Cedar Crest. He is a sophomore
13.
for Will Fish. We're not sure if Will is injured or just a decision by the head coach to change quarterbacks, or they're just going to rotate this afternoon. Huber on the year is thrown for 212 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Second down, give it to Oliver. Left side for Oliver. He's got room. Oliver shoots through into the secondary, into Colonel territory. He'll be down at the 44-yard line. About a 15-yard gain for Terrence Oliver. Nice run by the senior there. And for the first time this afternoon, the Warriors are inside Colonel territory at the 44-yard line. So nice drive right now being led by Huber, trying to get some points on the board for Lycoming. Huber with a hard count, no movement. He looks over towards the sidelines. Plenty of time on the play clock, under 10 and counting. Oliver switches sides. They'll hand it off to Oliver. He goes right up the middle. And that looked like
497.
Kelton Redmond shot in from his defensive end to get him from behind, along with Angel Ramos. So Redmond, 250-pound senior, 23 total tackles on the year, 6 for a loss. Overall, Redmond, 132 total tackles in his career here, 23 of those for a loss. So nice career here for the senior Redmond, number 5. Second down, Huber rolls. And it's a short pass. And that's back out to Klein, one of his favorite receiver on this possession. Minimal gain, let's call it 3. Third and long now facing Lycoming on this drive. Second one of the game for the Warriors. They are 2 for 3 on the afternoon, third downs for Lycoming. So the crowd getting into it a little bit here at Schmitz Stadium, trying to urge on their Colonel team. Klein in motion. Huber looking, here comes a rush. Goes downfield and tried to hit Kopak.
Huber's pass intended for Billy
Billy Kopak, the senior. Didn't have much spacing, though. Good defense by there, Jesse Adezo, and looks like Leroy Marshall. So the drive stalls on that, and the punt team back out for Lycoming. Michael Sips trying to pin in the Colonels now. He has 4 this year inside the 20-yard line. Devin Higgins back to receive, shading his eyes as the sun is shining brightly here over Schmitz Stadium. Good snap. High kick. Higgins, I think, lost it in the sun, moved away for the ball, and it will be down by a Warrior at the 14-yard line. 5:47 remaining in this first quarter. 8-0 the score as Wilkes comes back out for their second possession of the afternoon. They scored on the first one, then went for 2 and made that. That's where we stand right now. So Elijah Jules, the workhorse on that first drive at 3 carries, 78 yards, and he got rewarded with the touchdown for Wilkes. So they're pinned, though, deep. Ball at their 14. Chance for Lycoming to get the ball back in good field position. But Elijah Jules behind his big offensive line. He's hard to find when he's following Mauro Garino, a 6'2", 310-pound senior. Jules hid right behind him as Garino led the way for a first down up to the 27-yard line. So that offensive line doing a nice job for the Warriors this afternoon on the ground. Excuse me, for the Colonels. Powell turns, gives it to Jules again. Jules with a big day already. He got another first down, holds on to the ball. Coming up, Ryan Pence to make the tackle out of Central Mountain High School, but it's another first down for the Colonels, who got this offense in high gear already up to the 43-yard line. They come up quickly. Want to keep this rhythm going, and they do. Give it to Jules again, kind of the same play. Right side of the line, doing an awesome job. He's up past the 45 to the 46-yard line, gain of 3. Tyler Marshall with the tackle, along with Jeremiah Cooper, a senior, for the Warriors, as the Warriors are on their heels a little bit with this Colonel offense this afternoon. This time, 3 wide receivers to this near side, but kind of boxed up. Powell playing quarterback sneak inside Warrior territory, just past the 50-yard line. Gain of 5, third and short now, facing Wilkes. So Wilkes this afternoon, 2 of 4 so far. On third down possessions, excuse me. So an opportunity now for Wilkes to keep this drive going. Started at their own 14. How about Elijah Jules, already over 100 yards, 110 officially. 6 carries. So Jules gets out of the backfield. This may be a planned run for Powell. No, Powell's going to step back. 3-man rush. Squeezes it in between 2 defenders, and it hit the ground. Trying to hit Justin Moore in there. There were actually 2 receivers from Wilkes right in the same vicinity. So now David Beaver, what's he going to do? He sends out the punt team.
It'll bring up a 4th down.
He's going to try and pin down Lycoming deep in their own territory. Orlando is the punter, and he can do a nice job putting this inside the 20. He's done it 8 times this year.
Jared Zimmerman.
He averages almost 45 yards per punt. Zimmerman. High, end-over end kick, good spin, and it's going to be fair caught. Right about the 10-yard line, 3:17 remaining in this first quarter, and Lycoming back out after their defense holds.
Ball will be spotted on the 10-yard line where Lycoming will take over 1st and 10.
So Lycoming opened the season with a nice win over Widener, 48-12. They then proceeded to lose the next 2 games with 2 very good teams. They lost to Cortland, 70-7. They're defending Division III champions, by the way, and they lost to Utica, 42-17. And they beat, again, Hilbert last week. And Huber is still in at quarterback, and we have some flags down.
Penalty flags on the play.
Looking for number 6 on the far side.
Foul start against
As Lycoming brings a very limited amount of players on the road. So we'll check on Will Fish, was the starting quarterback. He is a senior. But now Jay Huber has been in the last 2 possessions. That's back, Lycoming back up to the ball on the 5-yard line. Nope, Will Fish is back in. Excuse me, number 6. It's tough to tell 5 and 6. So 6 is the quarterback. Will Fish comes back in. So rotation going on for Lycoming this afternoon at the quarterback position. My apologies. So Fish turned it and gave it to Oliver, and Oliver up for about a yard. Ramos on the tackle. And second and long now facing Lycoming. Four-man front for Wilkes. Both teams now looking over to their respective sidelines. Inside to Oliver, right up the middle, and that big defensive line does their job. No gain on the play. Tyler Wetzel credited with a tackle, along with Angel Ramos. Again, the 255-pound senior from the Allentown area, has had a great career here. In fact, he came back for another year with 185 total tackles, 42 of those for a loss. So that's one of the strengths of this Wilkes defense. Up front, a lot of guys who've had a ton of experience. So third down, call it 14. Fish, here comes the blitz. Gets it out, finds a receiver, but it's going to be about a 4-yard gain, well short of the first down.
Fish pass is complete to Dawson DeBibi.
So he hits Dawson DeBibi, number 13, out of Perkiomen Valley. His first catch of the afternoon, but the punt team is on for Lycoming. So Wilkes should get decent field position out of this as Sips comes back out for his third punt of the afternoon already in this first quarter. And we're at 1:20 and counting in this opening stanza here at Schmidt Stadium. Higgins back to receive. Oh, off the side of his foot. This is going to be one of those punts that you want to get back. It's going to be in Lycoming territory right at the 20-yard line. So that's officially an 8-yard punt, I believe. Wow, what a mistake for Sips and Lycoming. And now great chance now for Wilkes to add on to their 8-0 lead, a very short field. So Powell back on as quarterback with a chance here for Wilkes. They already have big yardage this afternoon on the ground, 116 total. Powell, nice hole. Up for about 3. Taken down by Sips, who also did the punting. He plays defensive end. He's out of Kawaneski Valley. 14 total tackles for the junior. He makes the tackle right there. But a nice 3-yard gain up to the 17 for Wilkes. So all the yardage so far for the Colonels this afternoon has been on the ground, nothing through the air. As Powell is 0 for 2 officially. They faked the end around, and Powell cakes it off the left side. The Warriors do a nice job. 1-yard gain on that. Sips again in there on the tackle. It looked like Jake Welsh on the tackle as well. Welsh out of Central Mountain High School is a senior. So 3rd down for the Colonels, but that'll have to wait until the second quarter. So the Colonels here at home doing a nice job leading Lycoming in this landmark matchup this afternoon, 8-0. We head to quarter number 2 after this.
8, Lycoming, nothing.
Back at Schmidt Stadium as we start the second quarter, we had one play as Powell passed it off to the right side to Justin Moore, and Moore went up for a couple yards. It's going to be 4th down and 3 facing Wilkes. The ball is on the 14-yard line inside Lycoming territory, but we have an injured Warrior on the near side that's being attended to. So that was the first completion of the afternoon for Powell. So some stats from the first quarter. 13 plays, 123 yards so far for Wilkes. 17 plays, 62 yards. Wilkes is averaging over 9 yards per play. That's why they lead 8-0. They got this drive started after a shank putt by Lycoming. They started at their own 20, but the Warrior defense is playing really tough right now, tightening up. And on 4th down, they're going to bring on the field goal team. So Nick Valpone has 3 for 3 on the year for field goals, a long of 32. This will be right around that mark. Call it 31-yard official field goal. So David Beaver just wants to get the points on the board. Would rather take an 11-point lead. So the snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it's good right through the middle as Valpone goes 4 for 4 on the season, and he puts Wilkes up 11-0. But credit the Lycoming Warrior defense there for holding them. They were faced with a short field against a team that has run the ball very well this afternoon. They tightened up and just gave up a field goal, so that's a kind of a win for Lycoming, but they still trail 11-0, 14:33 remaining in this first half here at Schmidt Stadium on what can only be described as a picturesque afternoon here in Edwardsville. You couldn't ask for some better weather in mid-October. Almost near 70 degrees here in Luzerne County of Pennsylvania. Short sleeves and shorts. The attire for today. So now Braden Schneider, number 89, does the kicking for for the Colonels. And the Marshall and Klein back to receive. This kick from Wilkes up now 11-0. This will be a short little kick, and it's fair caught at the 22-yard line by Lycoming. And that's where the Warriors will have the ball. We'll have to see who comes out as quarterback because we've rotated. We played two already. Will Fish started. Jay Huber did have a series for Lycoming. So they've been rotating quarterbacks, and we'll see who comes back out to run this series for the Warriors to trail 11-0. Lycoming again coming in 2-2 on the year. This is their first conference game for Landmark. So Will Fish back in at quarterback, the 6-foot senior, again out of the Monroe County area of Pennsylvania. He'll lead the way. Next to him, Quasim Benson. He's a sophomore, 5'8", number 1 now. And they'll hand it off to the sophomore, and the defense gets him strung out, and he's going the wrong way. He's back all the way inside the 20-yard line. Burberry on the tackle, along with Redmond, it looks like, and other host of Wilkes players. So Lycoming going the wrong way on this opening series of the second quarter for them. They're looking to get some offense going. Again, they average nearly 30 points per game in this 2024 season. Fish going to go long. He's airing it out into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Donnell Mackey Woodson. Not quite like the interception he had 2 weeks ago when he went in for a pick six, but this is his fourth of the season. And Fish was throwing into double coverage as Marshall was down there as well. And Wilkes gets the first turnover of the afternoon. And a nice diving catch from the senior cornerback to pull that one in and give Wilkes the ball. Good field position inside their 34-yard line. Okay, a lot of things going on here. Wilkes had too many players on the field. No flag does come in. This would be a substitution penalty. Then the ball was snapped. The umpire tried to come in. So they're going to rule it no play.
No play.
So first and 10 now for Wilkes. As Powell is back in the shotgun. He's 1 for 3 this afternoon, but it's all been the ground game. And this guy right here, Jules over 100, adding on to that. Elijah Jules. A helmet comes flying off a player, and Jules is up near the 45-yard line. And a penalty flag comes in, and it looks like number 67, Jack Mc.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against Wilkes. That 15-yarder will be assessed.
So it's an unsportsmanlike penalty against Wilkes. That's going to be
It'll be a first and
number 67 got called for that. That's Aiden Polichik out of Nazareth, 300-pound junior. He's the one that lost his helmet. And it will be first down now and 10 because it was a first down for Jules. It's a penalty from after an unsportsmanlike on Polichik. So it'll be first and 10 Wilkes from their own 30 now. And now Mike Clark wants an explanation on the far side for Lycoming. So the referee is over talking to him. Wilkes is ready to go, but they're waiting for the men in stripes, doing a nice job to get back in their positions. Don't want to speculate what Coach Clark is thinking, but it was a first down, then the penalty backs them up. So it is a first down because it was after the play that the penalty occurred. 13:39 remaining in the half. Now, Coach Beaver wants to know what the discussion was about with Coach Clark. As both teams get set to go, they're both on the field ready. Okay, the explanation has occurred, and the referee's back in place, and we are set now to continue action here as the clock will roll now. So Powell back in the shotgun next to Elijah Jules. Fake to Jules. Looking downfield is Powell. He finds his receiver. Has an open receiver in Johnson. Johnson still on his feet inside Warrior territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. 30-yard gain for Powell on a nice pass to Johnny Johnson, his 7th catch on the season for the 6'2 senior. And Wilkes is on the move after the penalty. Longest pass play of the afternoon for the Colonels. Powell threw a strike right in there. Johnson caught it back to Jules, but Lycoming's right there. This time, nowhere to go. Joey Rivatuzzo, a senior out of Notre Dame Green Pond, picks up another tackle for a loss there. He's got 3.5 on the season now, and that's a loss for Wilkes of 3 yards. That's the first negative run of the afternoon for Wilkes. So Jules now empties the backfield. It'll just be Powell on the 2nd and long. And it is a quarterback planned run, and he's corralled as the flag comes in by Elijah Carruthers, a junior out of Carlisle, takes down Powell. But the flag came in after the play, and a gain of about 6 on that.
There is a flag on the play.
So now the referees will discuss that. Time has stopped, 11:58 remaining in this first half. And it looks like it's going to go against the Warriors. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. So 15 yards from the end of the run. And that moves the ball all the way into the inside the 25 to the 24-yard line for Wilkes. So a break there for the Colonels. And this drive continues for Wilkes. They're already leading 11-0. Nope, Jules pulls it. Powell pulls it out from Jules, and he completes the pass to the far side. He hits Justin Moore with the catch. He's looking for a face mask penalty. Didn't get it. And the spot is a first down, 11-yard pass and catch, and that moves the chains again for Wilkes inside now field goal territory, looking to add on to this lead. So they had a drive that they used all runs. This one they're going to the air more with Powell, and they're moving the chains down the field. This is Jules. He finds a little gap through the right guard, and he's going to go up for about 1 yard. So now Lycoming looking to tighten it up again inside the red zone for the Colonels. 1 yard on the play.
Pick up to the 13-yard line. Cooper and Marshall on the stop for the Warriors.
Jules with 122 yards this afternoon and a touchdown. So Wilkes got a touchdown their opening drive, then followed that up with a field goal. Now they're trying to add on to this 11-0 lead. Looks like Lycoming showing the blitz. They don't. Powell gets it out to his big tight end. That is Jason Dean out of Blue Mountain High School, and he powers up to the 10-yard line. Make that the 9.
Pick up a 4. Number 3, Joey Rotuso with the stop.
So Powell brings them out quickly with Jules next to him, the sidecar on the right, 3 wideouts on the far side. On third down, so movement up front, don't see a flag. Powell to the end zone, and it is knocked away. Good defense by Lycoming. Ryan Pence, the junior, knocks that one away. They were trying to look for Justin Moore in the back of the end zone. And he knocks that one down, 4th down, and we have an injured Colonel now being attended to right near the 20-yard line. $9:50 remaining, and that's one of the linemen up front, Anthony Messina, the 6'8 junior, who's walking off gingerly now, and I suspect the field goal team will come out again for Wilkes, and it will be Valpone, who's connected already from 31 yards, and this will be a little bit shorter now, setting up at the 16, so it'll be a 26-yarder. He's perfect on the season, 4 for 4, trying to add on to that, and they may get to 14 the non-conventional way. Lycoming sending on some players late. So a nice drive from Wilkes. Let's see if they can tack on some points. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and just like the last one, goes right down the middle. And that field goal is good. 9:38 remaining in the second quarter. 14-0 the score. We'll take a quick timeout. Come back after this.
There goes score going.
14-0 to score. 9:38 remaining in this first half. After the 26-yard field goal, his second of the afternoon for Nick Valpone, extends the Wilkes lead. 9 plays, 57 yards on that drive officially. And the Wilkes offense looking like in good shape this afternoon. Lycoming still trying to look for their offense. The Wilkes defense holding Lycoming to just 58 yards so far of offense, and after the kick, it's picked up by Carson Klein. Nice return for Klein past the 30, and the Warriors will have the ball at the 32-yard line, and they'll bring back out this team still looking to get some points on the board.
Tyler Warren makes the stop for the
Kyler Warren with the tackle on Klein for Wilkes. The Colonels again in the dark blue uniforms with the gold trim and the gold helmets, Lycoming in the white this afternoon with the blue trim. So the rotation from quarterback continues as Jay Huber, the 6'2 sophomore, comes back in now. He hands it off to Benson off the left-hand side. Benson past the 35 to the 37. About a 5-yard gain for Benson as Lycoming trying to get some offense here this afternoon. To give credit to the Colonels' defense, holding this Warrior team, who averages over 300 yards per game, in check here in the first half. Kind of the same play, back to Benson, but this time Wilkes is there. They power up, no gain on the play. Wetzel there for a tackle.
Benson tries left side again. Very little gain. Angel Ramos there.
Ramos with another tackle for the senior. So third down now again for the Warriors up to the 38-yard line. Lycoming this afternoon, 2 of 5 on third down so far. They don't want to give the ball back to Wilkes. Some movement up front, no flag. Huber back. Low pass, trying to hit Klein. Klein dove for it, said he caught it. The ref says no, it hit the ground. That was kind of a wobbly pass from Huber. And here comes the punt team, and the Colonels' defense holds again. So Lycoming still struggling to find some sort of offense against Wilkes this afternoon here at Schmidt Stadium. Sips again on to punt this away. Grover back, not looking into the sun. This is a better punt for Sips, high hanging punt. And it's fair, caught by Zane Grover at the 27-yard line. So much better kick from Sips, who had one go off the side of his foot in that first quarter. 8:06 remaining. And here comes Wilkes again, already up 14-0. Trying to add on. Plenty of time. 3 timeouts left in this first half. In fact, Wilkes will get the ball to begin the third quarter, but we're far from that so far. So, Powell back on, 4 of 7. So far, 46 yards, and it is Ramos adding on to his 120 yards on that. He's added 9 more on for the seniors, having himself a day here. Already has a big run and a touchdown for Wilkes. For Jules out of Red Bank High School, 4,328 yards coming in. Excuse me, 2,681 yards so far for Jules. I gave him 2,000 points more, my mistake, for his career. Flag comes in on this play. It's going to be a hold against Wilkes. They'll back them up now. So Polichik called for the hold. And that will back up Wilkes from the previous spot and all the way to the 15, and it will be second down at about 11 for Wilkes. So still, they can convert 2 downs to get 11. And the way this offense is going this afternoon, they should be able to do it, but Lycoming would like to stop that. Powell, Jules, Fleeficker, back to Powell. Powell looking downfield, throws it long. And it is incomplete. Intended for Devin Higgins, the senior.
Give 16 a break up there.
Mario Simone out of Old Forge, Pennsylvania, was there on the tight coverage. It was anyone's ball as the pass hung up there. Moore wanted the flag. Didn't get it. Good coverage from Simone on that. But a flea flicker for Wilkes. And it'll bring up 3rd and long now for the Colonels. Wilkes 2 of 6 this afternoon. On 3rd down efficiency. Clock stops, 7:05. Comes the rush. Powell has a wide open receiver. Fires that one in there for a 12-yard gain. Make that 13-yard gain.
Tackle is number 3.
Complete number 1 to not Sims. It's good enough for
So it goes to Sims,
Spots the 39.
number 1 in there. John Sims, a junior, his 3rd catch of the season. And it's a big one as it picks up the 1st down, and this drive will continue at the 39-yard line now for the Wilkes Colonels. Back to Jules. Right side, bounces off one Warrior, falls forward for a 2-yard gain.
52.
Jake Welch out of Central Mountain, he's a senior, makes the tackle. Carruthers also in there. He may have bounced off him. So Jules took the hit and kept moving his feet. Tight end now goes in the halfback position. Back to Jules. No, they're going to fake it. Powell pulls it out. He's going to hit his tight end, Dean. And Dean for a short gain. And the ball comes out. Ball comes out, and it's recovered by Lycoming. Dean lost the ball. It's recovered by Cooper. Jeremiah Cooper from Maryland. He's a senior, comes up with the ball. And now Lycoming in good field position at the Colonels' 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
So Dean coughed it up on that catch. And Lycoming has the ball, an opportunity to get some points on the board. 5:50 remaining in this first half.
I think I saw that. So this is 6 back out there now. With 7.
So Will Fish comes back out, the starting quarterback, the senior from East Stroudsburg. Let's see if they can continue some momentum off the turnover. Fish is going to go long. Got a receiver, and it's overthrown.
Incomplete.
Trying to hit Carson Klein, the junior. McCormick on the coverage, pretty tight coverage. Klein dove for it. He comes up limping a little bit, but it was just out of his reach. So the aggressive play call from Mike Clark and his coaching staff after the turnover, going right up top, trying to get a quick touchdown.
I don't know. It's right there.
Fish back. Here comes outside blitz, and that worked.
Incomplete, intended for
I
20.
think maybe Adesso might have gotten a hand on it from his blitz from the outside. He may have tipped that one and then knocked it down, and it goes incomplete. So 3rd down now and long. And the Colonel defense stepping up after the turnover. Coming 2 of 6 on 3rd downs. Fish back, 5-man rush. They got him.
Sack number 4.
Angel Ramos takes down Will Fish, his 4th sack of the season, and it's a big one. It's all the way back into Warrior territory, and the punt team comes out. And after the turnover, the Wilkes defense rises to the occasion, and they keep Lycoming off the board. In fact, they give them negative yardage, and they'll get the ball back with 5:12 remaining in this first half.
Grover back deep for the Colonels.
So both sides of the ball playing at a high rate this afternoon for the Colonels. 14-0 remains to score. Sips, good kick.
He's going to let it go. In the end.
Higgins, Grover, lets it go, and it goes into the end zone, so it will be a touchback with 4:51 remaining in this first half. So a great job by the Colonels this afternoon against this Lycoming offense, holding them in check so far. How about 25 plays, 51 yards only for Lycoming. They average 2 yards per play, and this is a team that put up 30 points per game this season, almost 300 yards for Lycoming. So the defense coming up big for Lycoming in this first half. The Colonels back with an opportunity to add on to their lead.
Going deep.
Powell going deep again. And this one is knocked away.
Incomplete. Intended
Going on
7
against
after
Simone
35.
again, and he does another fantastic job for the former Blue Devil. As Powell's looking deep for Juju Fears out of Easton, just a sophomore, but it hung up there again. And Simone knocks this one down. And now Simone actually comes up, calling for a sub. Not sure if it's a hand or something. He is down on the far side. So Simone comes off.
Rush forward to the left. He's got room.
What a great job by Eliza Jules. Jules stutter-stepped, waited, shedded a tackler, and moves forward for 20 yards.
Spot is 91. The spot is the
Great job by Eliza Jules off that left side, and he is having himself a career day. He had 162 yards against St. John Fisher this year. He may be close to that in the first half here. He stays in after the long run. Lycoming was trying to call a timeout after that, but they couldn't get it. Justin Moore on the end around. Moore, number 6, up forward, out of bounds, a 6-yard gain.
15 out of bounds.
So the tackle by Cooper
Spot is the Wilkes 40.
up near the 50. And then again, the Wilkes offense
46.
doing what they want to do at will against this Lycoming defense. They have 3 timeouts left. We're under about 3:40 left in this first half. Wilkes will love to get a touchdown. They get the ball to begin the third quarter. 3-man front for Lycoming. Oh, they move. There's the flag. Free play for Powell. Powell looking, and hits a receiver on the corner. Good job by Sims to keep a foot in bounds. And it's up to inside Warrior territory. There is a flag down. We think this is it. It does. It goes against Lycoming. It will be declined. So it's a 17-yard gain for Sims. And once again, Wilkes in Lycoming territory. So Wilkes racking up the yards this afternoon against this Warrior defense that came up giving 31 points per game. More movement. Another free play. Powell just going to go throw it up into the end zone. He does that receiver, and it's knocked away. Flags in the end zone all over the place. As the intended receiver was Zane Grover, the senior, and he was knocked down, and this will definitely go against Lycoming for the interference. So there's 2 flags down. We believe they're going to go both against the Warriors. Should be an offsides, then an interference in the end zone. Clock stops, 3:05 remaining. So exactly what we suspected. There were a couple of different defenders in the end zone back there. No official word on who was the penalty was on. He didn't give a number. So the 15-yard penalty will give the Colonels another first down. And they're moving close to, again, inside field goal territory. But 3 is not what the Colonels want on this drive. They want to put up 7 more and take a big lead going into the break, considering they get the ball to begin the second half. Back to Jules. This is going to be a reverse. This may be a pass. It goes back to Powell. Somehow he grabs it, and he dives into the end zone. And the trick play works. Touchdown Wilkes, 27 yards. Jules gave it off. And Powell caught the touchdown pass. So Jules gave it to Grover. Grover threw the touchdown pass to Powell, and Powell went the distance for the Wilkes touchdown. And the kick is up and good. 2:55 remaining. We'll take a quick timeout. It's been all Wilkes here at home. 21-0 the score.
Carson Klein back deep for Lycoming.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Back at Schmitz Stadium, Schneider kicks this one off after the Wilkes touchdown. We'll give you the particulars on that in a moment. Lycoming does a nice job. That is Tyler Marshall, number 28, with a nice return for the Warriors up to the 48. Officially very efficient. 5 plays, 80 yards for the Colonels. It was officially Grover who threw the pass to Xavier Powell, the quarterback, and he went officially in 28 yards, and that's where we stand 21-0 the score. Lycoming with 3 timeouts left, 2:49 remaining in the half, back out, but this Colonels defense has held them in check. As I mentioned, just 50-some yards so far for this Lycoming offense. So the rotation at quarterback continues. This is Will Fish. Will Fish, the starting quarterback, back in, and he has a positive play, and he gets it out to the far side to Van Horn. Michael Van Horn, number 35, getting the start today for Brendan Clark, who's injured. And it's inside Colonel territory to the 45-yard line. Gain of 8. So Lycoming just looking for anything positive at this point to head into the locker room. They'll have to talk about a bunch of things and make some changes. But so far, it's been all Colonels here this afternoon in this landmark conference game. Oliver shoots through. He has a nice hole. Terrence Oliver deep in the secondary for Wilkes, and he's going to be knocked down at the 2-yard line. 43-yard gain. Terrence Oliver. That will get things going off for Lycoming. Their biggest play of the afternoon. And we have a 2-minute timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. Lycoming knocking on the door, trying to get points on the board, but they trailed 21-0. So after the 2-minute timeout, Lycoming wearing one play, went for negative yardage, and they called timeout left. 54 seconds remaining in this first half. And after the big run by Oliver, Lycoming trying to get on the board, trailing 21-0. And I mentioned going to break, best play of the afternoon for Lycoming. They've shown no signs of life in this first half from an offense, but give the credit to the Wilkes defense now, trying to hold them off the board and into a field goal opportunity. So second down after the timeout, officially 1:14 remaining in the first half. Will Fish going to go to the corner of the end zone. Goes incomplete, and a late flag. Real late flag. Intended for DeBeebe. And looked like Cornick over there for the Wilkes defense. And I believe this is going to go against Wilkes, as both guys are kind of pushing and shoving in that far corner from us. In the shade, in fact. In the end zone to our left. So we're waiting the official word from the referee. He's still conferring.
Pass interference, defense, number 25. That penalty being enforced at the 2-yard line.
I think it's 22.
It's 22.
Yeah.
Pass interference against Wilkes.
So the pass interference is officially called.
Ball be placed on the 2-yard line.
Ball on the 2-yard line. First down, though, for Lycoming after the penalty in the end zone. So an opportunity for Lycoming. Plenty of time on the board. 1:10. The clock is stopped. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Fish comes up, quarterback sneak, and he gets no push from his offensive line. Ramos, Steelhast, and Redmond up front cannot
Fish tries the middle line. No gain.
let Lycoming in. They do a nice job pushing the offensive line back. We'll have a timeout from the Warriors again. So credit the defensive line from Wilkes with the stop there. They got the push. The Warrior offensive line did not. And in fact, they may have lost a yard back to the 3.
Timeout, Wilkes.
So the timeout is officially called from Wilkes. So maybe think that they may want to get the ball back with 1:02 left. If they score here, they'll have 2 timeouts and trying to get the ball back and put up some points before the second quarter ends. So if Lycoming can score, we'll see what Wilkes can do. Wilkes gets the ball to begin the third quarter. Sixth play of this drive. Going 51 yards. It was set up by a good return after the Wilkes score. They pitch it out to Oliver. Nowhere to go. Steele Hess from Whitehall, the senior, with another big tackle. No gain on the play. Third down. Timeout, Wilkes. Ball now at the 4-yard line on the far hash.
All right, guys, the clock is running. This is the timeout. We'll be sitting at 59 after it's done.
So 21-0 the score. And Lycoming offensive woes that had plagued this team in this most of this first half are back and not back, and they're playing much better.
Automatic 1-minute timeout. Why are you running? I'm not. It's running itself. There's a minute timeout. Every time you go a timeout. Now it's at 59.
So Will Fish in the shotgun. got a new sidecar, maybe Ferguson. Fish rolling to his left, to the end zone. He's got a receiver, gets a foot down, and it is caught. Ross Iyer in the back of the end zone out of Muncie catches that pass for his first touchdown of the season, and it's a big one. It puts Lycoming on the board and completes the short drive. And Fish did a nice job rolling, finding his receiver in the end zone. And Lycoming with the first touchdown of this afternoon. Kyle Flack in for the PAT attempt. And it is up and it is through. So a big run by Oliver sets up the touchdown. It took a couple plays for the Warriors to pound that one in, but they had to go to the air, and now they cut the Wilkes lead down to 14, with 54 seconds, we believe, remaining in this first half. Wilkes has one timeout left, but again, they get the ball to begin the third quarter, so we'll have to see if they want to roll it out or if they want to try to put up some points and try to get more of a lead here at home at Schmidt Stadium. So Kyle Flack has it teed up at the 35-yard line. And it looks like the hands team is in for Wilkes, maybe expecting an onside kick here, late here in this first half. It's like Terry and Piga in there. Deep to receive, and it's a long, high kick. Terry from his 8 brings it up, has a big hole. Wow, he shot through there like a cannon. Romel Terry out of Bethlehem Catholic. He is gone. 92-yard kickoff return from the sophomore out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And that's the way you answer a score with Lycoming. Special teams coming up big this afternoon for the Colonels. He had the hole, and he was gone quickly, not even touched. What a play from Romel Terry, the sophomore.
42's running.
Another 2-point conversion, and that trick has caught Lycoming twice now, that trick play. And Orlando, who is, I believe, the holder, ran that one in, and the 2-point conversion is good. 29-7 this score. We've seen a little bit of everything here this afternoon at Schmidt Stadium, as Wilkes has dominated this first half at home in all 3 phases, in fact. A couple of field goals, now kickoff return, 2 2-point conversions, and they're putting it all on the table here this afternoon for Wilkes, trying to pick up their 4th win on the season. But we still have a half to play here at Schmidt Stadium, as this last minute of play here is really taking a long time at Schmidt Stadium. We've had 2 scores now. Lycoming knocked it through, and then that long kickoff return for Wilkes. So officially 40 seconds left in this first half and second quarter. So Wilkes with a 22-point lead. Gives it down to Klein. Klein from about his 14. He is taken down quickly. That was Braden Merrill, Jr., Spring Grove, who made the tackle on special teams. Okay, catch our breath. 2 timeouts remaining for Lycoming. 35 seconds left. Wilkes gets the ball to begin the second half.
28-yard line. We'll be 1st and 10 Lycoming.
You almost are forced to try something here, although you don't want to give up more points to Wilkes. The ball officially at the 33. And it will be the senior. Looks like Will Fish back out to quarterback this series. Fish back. They're going to go to the air. Back to the outside. Overthrown. Intended for Dawson DeBebe, the junior, who had 12 catches coming into this game and also has 1 here this afternoon. That one falls incomplete, stops the clock.
Number 8, Woodson over there in coverage. It'll be 2nd down 10.
Donnell Mackey Woodson on the coverage there. This afternoon, Will Fish is 6 of 11, just 34 yards, has an interception. Fish back again, 4-man rush, almost got to him. Back to the outside again, and again, he overthrows DeBebe.
Fish tries.
26 seconds left.
Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Now back to 3rd down for Lycoming. Just like that. Didn't take that long. 30 of 8 this afternoon, Lycoming on 3rd downs. Overall, between the 2 quarterbacks this afternoon, they're 8 of 17 with an interception. So, the 2 quarterback system, Fish and Huber. Right now it's Fish at quarterback. 3rd and long. They're going to hand it off. And coming to the left side.
To the left. Tackle was 22.
Looks like number 25. Schermeyer. It is. His helmet comes off. Jacob Schermeyer, a senior out of Harrisburg, and East Pennsboro, who had that carry. And it's 4th down now. Timeout called by Wilkes. And the punt team will come back on, and an opportunity for the Colonels, maybe even that tack on more. Why not? Now the referee's coming over and talking to David Beaver, the head coach for Wilkes. Lycoming now going to huddle up with their special teams coach on the timeout. So Wilkes called the timeout. They have none left in the half, but just trying to get anything. Okay, so officially not a timeout. 20 seconds left. Sips in. This is a high end of a end. And Grover pulls it in. From his 25, he sheds 2 tacklers, can't shed a 3rd, and he falls forward to the 30. And looks like 9 seconds left. Now, let's see now if Xavier Powell just takes a knee or they take a shot. 9 seconds left in this first half. It's been all Wilkes here this afternoon, except for one big play for Lycoming. As expected, the team stats heavily in favor of the Colonels. And this one up 22 points. Wilkes has run 31 plays for 270 yards. They average 8 yards per play. Lycoming decisively less. They give it to Jules, who's having himself a big first half. He's taken down quickly, no gain on the play. And I suspect that will run out the clock, and that will do it. So the Colonels at home, dominating Lycoming on a big afternoon here at Schmidt Stadium. We'll take a break, 20 minutes of halftime, then we'll be back to begin the 3rd quarter. We'll give you some stats then. 29-7 the score at the half. Wilkes over Lycoming. Back at Schmidt Stadium in Edwardsville, Pennsylvania, this landmark conference matchup between Wilkes and Lycoming. The Colonels lead the Warriors at the half 29-7. Check out some first half stats and some highlights of scoring opportunities for both teams. It's been a game dominated by Wilkes. In first downs, they have 13-5 over Lycoming. Biggest difference will be on the number of plays and the yardage. Wilkes this afternoon has run 32 plays for 271 yards. 172 of those yards have come on the ground, 99 through the air. Wilkes is 3 for 3 in the red zone this afternoon. For Lycoming, they've officially run 34 plays for 108 yards. Overall, just 47 yards through the air, 61 on the ground. They do have a touchdown in that first half. The scoring looked like this. Wilkes opened the scoring quickly in the first quarter as Elijah Jules went 10 yards for the touchdown. Before that, he ran a 60-yarder, which was his longest run of the season. Then it was Nick Valponi had 2 field goals in that first half, one from 31 yards and then one from 26 yards. Wilkes then scored in the second quarter. Xavier Powell took a 28-yard pass from Zane Grover on a trick play. That made it 21-0. Lycoming responded on a short field to make it 21-7. Ryan Ayers, 4-yard pass from Will Fish. And then right after that touchdown, a 93-yard kickoff return for Ramel Terry makes it 29-7. So the second half is underway. And that was the man who had that long run, Ramel Terry. This time he is stopped, and Wilkes will have the pickup ball to begin this second half. And it looks like right near the 25-yard line. So what a day for Elijah Jules. His career high was 162 yards last couple weeks ago against St. John Fisher. Well, this afternoon, the senior has 13 carries officially for 152 yards and a touchdown. He's averaging over 11 yards per carry, and he's back out next to the quarterback, Xavier Powell. Powell has rushed for 5 times this afternoon for 14 yards, and through the air, Powell is 7 of 12 for 71 yards, along with 29, but no touchdowns yet, but has not been sacked. So this Wilkes offense has been playing at a high mark here midway through this season as Wilkes trying to pick up their 4th win. They're 3-2 overall, 1-0 in landmark conference play. Lycoming trying to stop them. They come out throwing. Powell overthrows intended receiver Zane Grover as Lycoming was keying on Elijah Jules that time. So he, for the run pass option, that time Powell chose not to give it to Jules, seeing the rush, and overthrew his intended receiver on this near side. So back out, Powell comes next, Jules next to him. 3 wide receivers and a tight end in the game. This time they don't hand it to Jules. Powell evades a rush and completes it way downfield. Has a receiver. That is Johnny Johnson. Johnson inside Warrior territory. Another big gain down to the Lycoming 33-yard line. So nice job by Powell finding a wide open Johnson. And Johnson pulls it in, his second catch of the afternoon. And it's a big one. And it has Wilkes again inside Lycoming territory. Powell back again. Going down, has a receiver onto the right side. Devon Higgins had a little separation over Ryan Pence, and it was just overthrown and goes incomplete. So 2nd and 10 now facing Wilkes on this opening possession of the third quarter. So Powell again, next to him will be Elijah Jules on the run pass option. Second down and 10. They'll hand it off to Jules. This time off the left side. Has a little bit of a hole. And comes up quickly. Minimal gain, maybe a yard at best. Give him about a yard and a half. Third down now facing Wilkes this afternoon. And Wilkes on third down so far today, 2 of 5 in that first half. Stopped by Stephen Goodman, a sophomore. 5'10", 235-pounders, the defensive end for the Warriors. So Lycoming now trying to tighten things up and not let this game get out of hand. Already down 22 points. That big pass play from Powell to Jimmy Johnson went for 33 yards, and that's where we're at right now. Third down. Powell back. Has some room and is run down from behind by Smallhofer, and 2 yards on that. Fourth down from the 30, maybe with a 29-yard line. Now, Valpone does have a strong leg, but not, I don't believe, this strong. His longest field goal this year was 32 yards, so in fourth down, they're going to line up again. Fourth down of the afternoon for Wilkes to go for it. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Powell looking, still on his feet, still looking, and is taken down, and the ball comes out and in and out of the hands and almost intercepted by Jeremiah Cooper. Powell had a Lycoming defender all over him, got the pass away, got tipped. Cooper had it, but couldn't pull it down, but Lycoming holds and takes over on downs right at the 30-yard line. So the Wilkes drive on their opening possession stalls, and here comes the Warrior offense back out. So they've been playing a 2-quarterback offense, Will Fish and Jay Huber. It is Fish who comes out. He's 6 of 12 on the afternoon, has an interception, just 34 yards, but did throw the touchdown pass in that first half of 5 yards, and that's the only score this afternoon for Lycoming. He fakes to Terrence Oliver. Fish rolls to the right side and again overthrows. And that's been a play this afternoon that just seems not to have worked. Trying to hit Dawson DeBeebe on the right side. And I can recall 4 times this afternoon that he's rolled that way and overthrown DeBeebe. So second down and 10 now facing Lycoming. Just 108 total yards in that first half. Leading rusher was Oliver. He carried 10 times for 65 yards. Benson also carried the ball 4 times for officially net yards of 5. They'll give it to Oliver. Oliver on the right side had some room up to the 35-yard line. 6-yard gain for Oliver. Taken down on the far side. Looks like Cornick going there. Mike Cornick, the sophomore. And also Leroy Marshall, number 3, the 5'11 senior. Leading tacklers this afternoon so far, Angel Ramos has 7, has a sack, and 2 for a loss. Taylor Murray has 4 total tackles along with Wetzel. Marshall, that was his 4th tackle on the afternoon. 3rd and long. 3 of 9 this afternoon, like coming in, and flags all over the place. This is going to back up the Warriors. A mistake there. 3rd and long now facing Lycoming. And as I said, 3 of 9 this afternoon so far. Coming in on 3rd downs, Lycoming was actually going at a 39% of making it, and that is not the case here. A little bit below that. Now 3rd and 9 for Will Fish and his Warrior team. 4-man rush for Wilkes. Thrown over the pass, and this is intercepted. Second interception again for Mackie Woodson. Woodson still at his feet, looking towards the end zone. Woodson dives, and he is in. Donnell Mackie Woodson picks it off. Another pick 6, his 2nd of the season. We'll check the official, but that might be near 50 yards. And Woodson would not be denied on that. He goes the distance for another score for Wilkes. So they've scored on special teams, on offense, and now on defense. The complete package here this afternoon for this Colonel team. 11:18 remaining in this third quarter. Valpone on for the PAT. The hold, Orlando is up and through. So Wilkes on the pick six from number 8. For the second time this season, he takes one into the end zone. And it's 35-7 the score. So Lycoming struggles continue on offense. Will Fish, his passes have been high this afternoon, and that one was high, and he overthrew his receiver, Ross Ayer, out of Muncie, number 4, and went right into the hands of Mackie Woodson, the senior, and he takes it in for a Wilkes touchdown, and this place is hopping here at Schmidt Stadium.
Number 28, Tyler Marshall, back deep for the Warriors.
I don't have an official distance on the pick six, but again, it was near 50 yards. So the return by Lycoming. They bring it up. Spencer Ferguson out of Coatesville returned that kickoff. And now the Warriors in a hole, trailing big in this game here in Landmark Conference play. The ball will be at the 35-yard line. And this Wilkes defense playing at a high rate, still holding Lycoming to near just 100 yards of offense. Who's quarterback now? They'll switch again. Jay Huber comes back in, and Huber hands it off to Oliver, and he's been the positive for Lycoming this afternoon. He's up for 9 yards. And the tackle made by Rob Barberi out of Pittston area. He's a sophomore. Came in with 38 total tackles on the season. So Huber in. He's 2 of 5 coming in. Just 13 yards for him. Five first downs. Make that 6 now for Lycoming as they bounce it in right. I'm going to say he's right at midfield. They're going to mark it. Looks like he landed in Colonel territory, but they're going to mark his knee down at midfield. So move the chains for Lycoming. So if you're a Warrior fan looking for anything positive at this point to get your team even have a chance in this game, 29-point lead for Wilkes. Wilkes won last year's matchup. Pretty big. This is Benson off the right side. The 5'8 sophomore comes through, and he's up to the Colonel 45-yard line. Gain of 5 on that as Wilkes shuffles some defensive players in and out, especially on the line, with the big lead. Trying to get some guys some experience. Don't want anybody injured. Huber turns, hands it off again to Benson. Benson is tackled by Talon Murray, the 205-pound junior, who had 103 tackles in 2023. So third down again now, facing this Warrior team, trailing in this one. Last third down, Will Fish threw an interception. So they're 3 of 10 this afternoon. Is Lycoming. Wilkes showing the blitz. They bring the blitz. They bring everybody. Huber back. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. He was looking for Billy Kopak, and I believe that was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Falls incomplete. 4th down now. The Warrior offense stays on. Down big.
I'll give it to Jesse. If they
Huber gets the play, and it'll be the first opportunity for a 4th down this afternoon for Lycoming. They're 2 of 4 on the season, the Warriors are, on 4th down.
4th down.
he's already starting to play.
5.
9 on the play clock for the Warriors. Again, Wilkes showing the blitz. They bring 6. Huber back, finds a receiver. He gets it to Klein. Klein is tackled. He has a 1st down at the 38, but he's taken out quickly by Leroy Marshall, the senior. So good job by Huber to stay in the pocket, even though the Colonel's rush was coming upon him. He completes the pass and moves the chains.
On the catch. Leroy Marshall on the stop.
Huber rolling, looking, and he intended it for Kopak,
For Billy Kopak falls incomplete.
but there was a defender right there, may have been Redmond, and I'm not sure he should have thrown that ball as he rolled off to his left side, surveyed the field. So that one falls incomplete. I think lucky for Huber wasn't intercepted. So Benson is next to Huber on his left side. 4-man front for Wilkes. Pass it off to the left side of Michael Van Horn, getting to start at tight end this afternoon for Brendan Clark. And Van Horn, who didn't have any catches coming in, has 2 this afternoon.
For a gain of 3, it'll be 3rd down, 7.
So 3rd down and 7 now facing Lycoming. As putting a little drive together here. Let's see if they can get some points on the board. Trailing big. Here in the 3rd quarter. Or under 8 to play. Huber lost the ball. Picks it up. And the defense is right there. He takes a hard hit from Redmond. And it will go down as a run and a loss of play. Ball be at the 40-yard line. Loss of 5. 4th down now. Facing Lycoming.
4th and 12.
So the snap was not recovered by Huber quickly. Redmond read it, takes him down, and Huber bounces back up, and they're going to go for it on 4th down again. They made it the last time. Huber back, 5-man rush, off to the right side, and it's well short of the BB. Not even close, and Wilkes holds. They take over on downs, and they'll take over right at their own 40-yard line. So there was a couple bright spots for the Warriors on that possession, but the Colonels' defense tightens. And the loss from Huber after the fumble didn't help. And now we're going to go the other way. Wilkes in the blue uniforms, blue tops with the gold bottoms, gold helmets, and gold letters. With the W on the side. Lycoming in the white this afternoon with the blue trim. So Xavier Powell back in with Elijah Jules. Jules sheds 1 tackle, sheds another, and powers his way up for 11 yards, just over the 50-yard line. Good running from Elijah Jules. He shed 1 tackler and then put his head down and dove forward for an 11-yard gain as the career day for Elijah Jules continues. Back to Jules, right side. A little bit of a gap, but Lycoming that time holds Jules, and a late flag comes in as some 2 wide receiver and a cornerback were going at it, and I believe this might go against the Colonels. It was right in front of the Wilkes bench. Jordan Reinhardt, a junior from Upper Darby, going to be called for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Tack on 15 more yards for the Colonels. So Jules with 164 net yards total. That is 2 better than his career. And right now, the afternoon continues for Elijah Jules. We're just beyond midway of this third quarter. He is next to Xavier Powell, the quarterback. Jules, flea flicker. Saw this in the first half, but Powell had a escape. Throws it downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted and a flag. Intended for Devin Higgins, the senior. 2 Lycoming Warriors were in the end zone. The flag came out, and it was intercepted, but I believe this may go against Lycoming for interference. Both players were pushing each other as Higgins. It is going to be pass interference against the defense, and this cannot make Mike Clark happy on that Lycoming sideline. They had an interception. In fact, they had Powell in the backfield, but he escaped, threw it up in the double coverage, but they get a work. Wilkes gets a break, and when things are going your way, things are going your way. The ball will be now placed inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. And Wilkes this afternoon in the red zone is perfect, 3 of 3. They have a couple field goals and a touchdown. So the Colonel's offense gives it to Jules. Why not? Jules with a lot of space on the left side up to the 11-yard line, gain of 7.
Jules takes the ball to the 11-yard line. He's tackled there
Some
by
quick changes for Wilkes. And that rushing attack just so efficient this afternoon and so powerful. Give all the credit to the guys up front who are giving Jules the holes. Jules next to Powell. They'll give it to Jules. He shovels some feet, has a first down and more inside the 5. First and goal, Colonels on the legs of Elijah Jules, who did a stutter step, then made a quick cut, and had another positive play for Elijah Jules, and Colonel's knocking on the door, trying to extend this 29-point lead. Not sure anybody would saw this coming. But Wilkes playing very well this afternoon. Jules, she has a couple tacklers in the backfield, gets forward for maybe a yard gain. But there were 2 white jerseys who had him quickly, but he got rid of them. And the powerful back from Red Bank, a senior, with a touchdown already, trying to add another one onto his resume. It's been complete team effort. Jules with a hole. Sheds a tackler and just walks on in. Touchdown to Wilkes and Elijah Jules. Why not? How about the day he is having as a senior here at Schmidt Stadium? And his teammates congratulate him. And he walks on over knowing his day has helped his Colonels possibly put up a 4th win on the season. Valpone in for the PAT, and this is up and through, and the lead extends now 43-7, 3:59 remaining in this third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout here from Schmidt Stadium. So Wilkes goes 60 yards in 7 plays. Elijah Jules gets his second touchdown of the afternoon. And for the senior, 20 carries, 167 yards. We'll check on that. But the lead now 36 points for Wilkes over Lycoming in landmark play. Schneider the kick, taking by Marshall again from about his 5, and he bounces up to the outside. Nice little return, but a flag comes way deep, and 2 flags now. We got 1 flag during the play and then 1 after the play, so we'll check on this and see which way this is going to go. But this Wilkes offense just putting up great numbers this afternoon. "44 plays, they run 326 yards. They average over 7 yards a play, and if you can do that in any game, you will pull that one out. The defense, though, even playing better. 47 plays, just 139 yards for Lycoming this afternoon, and this is a Lycoming team, as I said, that averages over 300 yards per game. So it's been a complete domination this afternoon from Wilkes on all 3 phases. Okay, so we have penalty on Lycoming. They walk that off. Then they walk back unsportsmanlike, and finally the referees will put the ball at the 34-yard line. The ball will go over to Lycoming from there as they trail in this game. So penalty on each. One was during the play, one was after the play. So the offense back out for Lycoming, trying to do anything. Huber will be the quarterback off to the right side. He completes it to the BB. Short gain, 3 yards. And see, he was taken down by Woodson. Mackie Woodson with the tackle. 3:30 remaining in this third quarter. And I'm not sure people around Landmark Conference and Division III college football may have expected this score, but I'm not sure Wilkes can play any better. Huber back out and knocked away.
Huber's pass intended for number 25.
So that was intended for Schermeyer. Knocked away by the aforementioned Mackie Woodson. Seems to be all over the field this afternoon. Already has a pick 6. And we have a flag down in the secondary. So this one is going to go against Wilkes, unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Javier Johnson called. They called number 9, sophomore from Easton. So that moves the ball inside Wilkes territory to the 47-yard line. So Johnson now playing the far side cornerback, number 9. Gets called for the unsportsmanlike. Didn't see what happened. So Huber has it, looks to the right side, and finds the BB again. As he just went downfield, stopped, turned around, and the ball was right there. And moved the chains, 11-yard gain for Lycoming. And you can see the cornerback, Johnson, playing off of the BB a little bit, not wanting to get beat, especially with this big lead in the game. So it is a 2-safety defense. They're deep. As Huber turns, gives it to Oliver, and Oliver moves forward, call it 4 yards on that for Terrence Oliver, senior out of Sharon Hill.
Bring up a 2nd and 6.
So Christopher Rodriguez in their game, the senior out of Whitehall. He made the tackle, number 93 for Wilkes, as they're shuffling some guys in and out with his big lead, getting some playing time. Huber looking. Four-man rush. He has plenty of time. Goes towards the end zone. It's a wobbly pass, and it is intercepted. Intercepted again. Guess who? Guess who? Dono Mackey Woodson gets the block. Mackey Woodson, can you believe it? I cannot. His second pick six of the afternoon, his third of the season. And that's a long one. That was at the end zone. That may be 100 yards. A 100-yard interception, pick six return by senior Dono Mackey Woodson. Wow. Unbelievable. Picked up a big block at midfield. And if that doesn't get your juices flowing, I don't know what will. We have seen it all. His second of the day. And if he is not the defensive player of the landmark this week, then I don't know. Someone must have had a better game. 2 pick sixes for Dono Mackey Woodson. His third of the season, and I've been here for all 3. Wow, he had the pick six against St. John Fisher that won the game, and now 2 of them, 1 for 100 yards. 1:46 remaining, 50-7 the score. Just utter domination from the Colonels this afternoon. And this should give them confidence now going the rest of the season. Lycoming maybe wishing they got the bus warmed up and ready to go home, because the beating is on. Unreal is all I can say. Next week, Wilkes will head to Keystone, take on the Keystone Giants, 12 p.m. kick up in La Plume. Then it's the big one against Susquehanna. And if they play like this against Susquehanna, and a game that will be right here, that will be a heck of a matchup against a top 10 team in Division III. The kick goes out of bounds. But everything going right for the Colonels this afternoon. 2 pick sixes. A kickoff return of 92 yards. And Elijah Jules having a record day for himself. And it's hard to just describe. Well, you couldn't ask for a bigger and better afternoon if you're a Wilkes Colonel fan. Now, I'm sure we'll see a bunch of substitutions now here as we're just 1:46 remaining in the third quarter, folks. That's the third quarter. We still have a quarter to go. And Wilkes has already put up 50 points on the board. So Lycoming will go back to their senior quarterback, Will Fish. He turns and hands it off to Quasim Benson, a sophomore. And he brings it up for about 5 yards. Steele Hess now on the tackle. As Talon Murray will sub out. And again, looks like Wilkes now will start bringing in a bunch of new players. We'll try to get those names in there. Travis Shaver of Massapequa, New York, is in, number 32. And it has him to Benson again, right side, and he is going to be taken out of bounds. Maybe a yard at best. Kellen Redmond, the senior defensive end, knocked him out. Also Johnson on the tackle. Third down now for Lycoming. And now if you're the Warriors, you just want something positive to happen before you head back to the Williamsport area. Lycoming just 3 of 12 on the afternoon. So the Colonels' defense has made the stops when they needed. Fish back, connects, finds Kopic. Kopic up forward for about 14 yards, right to midfield, and it's a first down for Lycoming.
Good enough for Lycoming, first down. spot.
So a good pass out there from Will Fish. I'm sure by his own standards, not having the afternoon he would want. Lycoming team the last year lost first 5 games and then came back and won a bunch after that.
Rush one up the middle.
And Benson there to host of Wilkes players. It looks like a no gain on the play.
33 and 4.
Benson on the carry, no gain.
So that will do it. 3 quarters in the book. All Wilkes here this afternoon. The score 50-7.
Wilkes 50.
Three quarters in the book. Here at Schmidt Stadium in Edwardsville, it's been all Wilkes dominating Lycoming here this afternoon. 50-7 the score. And they've used all 3 phases. Scores on special teams, defense, and offense have propelled the Wilkes team to what should be their 4th win of the season, headed to Keystone next week, and then a big date with Lycoming here at Schmidt Stadium in 2 weeks. So a lot of substitutions now going to take place for this Colonel team, up 43, as Will Fish, the senior out of East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, continues to quarterback this Lycoming team on this series. They've rotated Jay Huber in there quite frequently here this afternoon. So movement up front, some eagerness.
Penalty flag on the play.
Frederick Mew is first-year player out of Bethlehem Catholic.
We'll make it 3rd down 5.
Getting some playing time. Got a little eager. Stepped over the neutral zone, so that will give Lycoming 5 yards. Fishback has a wide open receiver on the far side. That's Benson out of the backfield, and Benson moves forward, and he's inside the 30-yard line, down to the 29. Another late flag. So this is about a 15-yard gain, but I think we're going to tack on some more against Wilkes. That's just speculation at this point.
Johnson, 4th down bounds.
So another unsportsmanlike conduct on Javier Johnson, a sophomore out of Easton.
Personal foul.
And that will move them forward.
To the
So Javier Johnson.
14.
Javier?
It'll be
Javier.
10. Lycoming.
So Lycoming has it in Wilkes territory inside the red zone, officially at the 14-yard line. Fishback has time, goes to the end zone. Diving catch. Did he get his foot in? No call. Both referees are going to discuss this one. It was number 26 who caught it for Lycoming. We'll get his name. Jared Zimmerman, a sophomore out of Sowerton,
Fish pass.
officially.
Complete to Jared Zimmerman.
And Zimmerman pulls in. He's listed as a quarterback, but that was quite a catch. He went to the air in the back of the corner of the end zone. Must have got a foot in. They give him Lycoming the touchdown. Well, 26, the only one listed on the roster that provided by Lycoming for their travel team.
Remaining. Wilkes, 50. Lycoming, 14.
So Zimmerman gets the catch. Even though he's listed as the backup quarterback, he, again, pulled that in. And Lycoming has 2 touchdowns on the board, but still trailing this one by 36. So with some backups in, Lycoming scores to make it 50-14. Zimmerman with the catch and the touchdown. And the drive went 7 plays, 65 yards officially for the Warriors to get their second touchdown of this afternoon. Flack now has it teed up at 35 again. Kyle Flack, number 0. And this kick again to Terry, who already has a 92-yarder today off a kickoff. He returns this for positive yardage up near the 30. Call officially. Wilkes will have the ball at their own 29-yard line. So we'll have to check out the offense now and see if we have some changes there. Who comes out as quarterback, and if the day will be done for Elijah Jules. Nope. It's the first team offense back out after that score. And Jules officially 20 carries, 167 net yards, 2 touchdowns afternoon for the senior of the Red Bank. 5-man rush for Lycoming. Jules again has room. Jules cuts it through. Moves it through, bounces off 2 players. Jules still on his feet inside Warrior territory and just goes right out of bounds. And another big play from Elijah Jules. And we have an injured Warrior. I believe this is Marshall, number 28 into the game. 13:57 remaining in this fourth quarter. 50-14 the score. But you can just see the confidence Jules is running with now. He is just knocking off Warriors left and right. 21 carries officially, 191 yards, over 9 yards average. So give a lot of credit to that offensive line here this afternoon for Wilkes. They have given him the holes. And Jules has done the rest. Just knocking off Warriors left and right as he's run down the field. So showing a lot of power for the 5A senior. Messina, Baker, Grulin, Garino, and Polichik were the starters on offense, on that offensive line. Give them a lot of credit this afternoon. They'll get the game ball, I'm sure, from Jules. 3-man rush, nope, here comes a little blitz. Back to Jules. Jules off the right side, puts his head down, and powers forward for 2.
Elijah Jules moves ahead for 2 yards.
Oh, no, it's 7. It's 7, my bad.
7 McCafferty on the stop.
The spot is the 45.
Second down, 8.
7 on the tackle.
So McCafferty, the tackle, the senior from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, makes the tackle. Second down now facing this Colonel team with time ticking here in the fourth quarter. Jules again cuts it back, finds a little gap, falls forward just past the 40. We're really going to mark it. Let's see where his knee went down. They're going to call it just short of the 40 to the 39. Excuse me, the 41. Pardon me. 41-yard line. It's third down now up for the Colonels as they're keeping their top offense on and going to continue to play very good football. 10 seconds on the play clock. 5 men up front. Powell going to go to the air, over the middle, has a receiver, has Higgins. Higgins still on his feet. Higgins with a couple moves, and Higgins all the way down to the Warrior 15-yard line. 26-yard gain. Powell finds Higgins, and Higgins did the rest. And once again, Wilkes inside the red zone. So the ball placed right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line, first down, Colonels.
The drive continues for Wilkes after Lycoming scored a touchdown, and back to Jules. Jules, she had one tackler, can't shed the second, dives forward to the 13. It's about a 3-yard gain for Jules again.
Jules on the carry, good enough for 3 yards. Tackle made by number 15, Jeremiah Cooper.
So the Colonels, no huddle, shuffle a couple players in and out. Now the umpire will come in and see if Lycoming wants to make any changes, as they are allowed to after the changes from Wilkes. Lycoming chooses not to. 13 on the play clock, plenty of time. Lycoming showing a blitz. Now really stacking the box, and Wilkes will take timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back with 11:02 left in the game. It's all Wilkes, 50-14 the score. Back at Schmidt Stadium in Edwardsville, Wilkes on the move again on this drive that started at the 30-yard line after Lycoming scored, trying to tack on more of their 50. Elijah Jules bounces forward, actually going to lose a yard on that and back things up. And that may have been Simone in there from Old Forge, who put a hit on Jules, and Jules is going to come back out short of 200 yards. But does have 2 touchdowns. Been a career day for Elijah Jules. Ben Costella, the sophomore. Now the sidecar to Powell. Lycoming showing the blitz. Wilkes recognizes that. Let's see if they'll change the play. 5 on the play clock. 3rd down. Powell serving. He can run it. Going to the right, finds an open receiver.
No, I think it's incomplete.
And in and out of the hands, is it a fumble or is it incomplete? No official word from the referee. And yes, it is incomplete. It was in Higgins' hands. He dropped it. It goes incomplete, and we'll bring on Valpone now for the field goal opportunity. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon already. So on 3rd down, officially incomplete. And now another opportunity for a field goal, and add 3 more on to the 50 here for Wilkes.
On to attempt the field goal for the Colonels.
Looks like the 23. Nope. 27. 22.
So
He's at the 22.
the holder is at the 22-yard line, 32-yard field goal chance for Nick Valpone. Perfect on the season. Kick is up and straight through. So Nick Valpone, 5 for 5 on the year, 3 for 3 today, and Wilkes ups their lead now 53-14. 10 minutes exactly left in this landmark conference contest. Back at Schmidt Stadium in Edwardsville.
For the Warriors.
Wilkes up 53-14, tacked on 3 more after that nice long drive, and it will be taken by Benson. Benson with a big hole. Benson shoots through, sheds 1 tackle, and turns on the afterburners, and Quasim Benson. Kasim, excuse me. Benson with the touchdown.
For the Lycoming touchdown.
Takes it the distance and tacks on 6 more for Lycoming.
Kyle Flack on to attempt the extra point for Lycoming.
So good job by Benson at that time. He barely got touched. And he went the distance. And the PAT from Flack is up and through. And 9:47 now remaining in this game. And it's 53-21 the score. Didn't see where Benson took that kickoff from. So he took it at the 12. And so 88 officially will be Benson's touchdown.
Hey, White's on the wrong side, guys.
And both teams switching as the kickoff will come down to Wilkes. 53-21 the score. So both teams exchanging scores at this point in a game that pretty much is over. 9:46 remaining, 47, excuse me, remaining in the contest. And it was all Wilkes in the first half. And what a career day for Elijah Jules. And this is fair caught at the 21-yard line. And the offense now back on for the Colonels of Wilkes. After the fair catch.
Wilkes 25-yard line.
So let's see who comes in at quarterback now. It's like Cooper King, 6'3", 190-pound junior from Northampton. 5'10" coming in, 57 yards. He'll take over. And Elijah Jules' day, I'm sure, is done as Costello's next to him. Costello, he is in positive yardage past the 30-yard line. 6 yards on that play. Also some replacements on the offensive line.
For 6 yards, he's 2nd and 4.
King, Costello, Lycoming there. They push him back. About a 2-yard loss officially. He was taken back all the way back near the 21, but he was stopped just short of the 30, officially at the 29-yard line. 3rd down now for the second group of Wilkes players on offense. Looks like Caden Palmer, 79, at center. Nope. King rolling, King firing, and King looking for Terry. And it goes out of bounds, incomplete, and the punt team comes on. Clock stops, 8:33 left in the game.
Sails out of bounds.
So Orlando back in to punt, his first time in the second half.
For the Colonels.
Lycoming will get the ball back. They'll send out Zimmerman, number 26, looks like, to receive this kick. High kick into the blue sky here at Schmidt Stadium. Zimmerman lets it go over his head. It takes a Lycoming bounce, and it's down right at the 21-yard line, let's say. Nick Davidson, number 47, down that from Emmaus, a junior, who's on special teams. So the second team in now for the Colonels. Let's see what Lycoming sends out. Down 53-21. 8:22 left in the game. It will be Jay Huber at quarterback, number 5. He'll turn and he hands off up the middle to Spencer Ferguson, a 5'8" sophomore.
Spencer Ferguson on the carry.
So Ferguson on the carry. So both teams now with the subs in.
29-yard line.
And the clock rolling, near 8 minutes left in this game. And the game dominated by all three phases of Wilkes this afternoon, as I mentioned. 2 pick-six interceptions from Donald Mackey Woodson. And career day from Elijah Jules. And Xavier Powell also in there. So off the right side, the defense is right there. They'll move the chains, though. It's a first down for the Warriors. It is Ferguson again, number 29, who had 1 carry coming in on the season. As Jay Huber has seen action this afternoon in about every other series for Lycoming. And most of their offense coming here in the second half. So a chance to put something on film for the coaches for the second unit of Wilkes defense. And the pass goes incomplete. Looking for number 47, Braden Cotter out of Council Rock South. He's a junior tight end. And it'll bring up second down and 10. Now for the Warriors, we're under 7 to play here.
Pass right, incomplete, intended for 8 at the 37.
So Huber's pass goes incomplete. Intended to Klein in there, who's one of the starters still in the game. And third down now, and long for the Warriors. Huber back over the middle, and he has it caught by Klein. Klein is up for 16 yards near the 50-yard line. So Huber had time, found a wide open receiver, and Lycoming keeps this drive alive late in the game.
It'll be a first down, ball spotted at the 48-yard line.
It's on the Warrior 48. Huber looking to the right and off the mark. Looking for Klein, number 8.
Huber pass, incomplete, intended for Carson Klein.
So second down now.
In coverage. We'll bring up second and 10.
Huber 6 of 15 this afternoon, has an interception, just 40. Going to be 7 of 17 is an updated, 61 yards. Huber back, gets it to Ross Iyer out of Muncie. He moves forward, pushed out of bounds inside Colonel territory, moved the chains again for Lycoming.
Good enough for Lycoming first down as they cross into Wilkes territory.
Give him 11 yards. As his offense has come to life a little bit with the second teamers in for Wilkes here late in the game.
Kennedy.
Justin Blake. Justin Blake. 27 is Justin Blake. We have two on defense? Yes. They're both defense. They're both defense. But the starter is Justin Blake.
Huber out to the flat, trying to hit it. Ferguson goes incomplete.
Huber pass intended for Spencer Ferguson falls incomplete. Bring up second down, 10.
I'll go it forward. If there's an issue, then we'll go through the coaches. I appreciate it. I'll try to keep going forward.
Like coming up quickly, gets the play in. Clock stopped. Handoff in the middle, and plenty of blue jerseys there for the Colonels. No gain on the play.
Rajon Stevens on the stop, along with Devon James. They'll bring up third down, 10.
So third and long now here for the Warriors. Lycoming just 6 of 15 this afternoon on third down. Wobbly pass downfield, well short of the intended receiver, but a flag comes in from the secondary, and it will go
Huber's pass intended for number 13.
against Wilkes. Johnson going to be called, I believe, over there for the pass interference. Here's the sophomore from Easton again. Called his name a couple times this afternoon after flags. But that pass wasn't even close, but the interference occurred before. So they'll move the chains again. Under 5 to play here at Schmidt Stadium. And the ball at the 27-yard line of Wilkes. Huber quickly over the middle, connects. That's Zimmerman, who has a touchdown catch this afternoon for the Warriors. Travis Schaefer going to be credited with the tackle, number 32. For the Colonels, second and short now facing the Warriors.
This is all 5, Griffin.
Huber back, Huber looking to the right and fires at the Klein, and Klein met quickly at the 10.
8.
Huber completes the pass to number 8, Carson Klein. Good enough for a Lycoming first down. Ball spot right at the 10. First
Jamel
goal,
Clemens
Lycoming.
on the tackle for Wilkes, and it'll be first down and goal for Lycoming. Clock is rolling. Wilkes rushing. Here comes the big rush. Huber up in the air, and no one could get to it. And Huber is down, and that's an incomplete pass. Good pressure by Creswell from Virginia. The first-year linebacker was right in the face of the sophomore quarterback.
Who had the pressure?
Bring up second and goal.
Who had the hurry? Who hit him?
So 3:30 left in the game. Second and goal for Lycoming. Huber back. Huber with time. Pressure from the backside. Can't get there, and he connects. Huber connects with Spencer Ferguson, his first touchdown of the season in the right side of the end zone. And Lycoming puts a couple points on the board late in this game to make it the difference appear a little bit closer than the game actually was. Flag for the PAT. And it is up and through. And 53-28 is the official score. 14-play, 79-yard drive for the Warriors.
Fans are reminded they are not allowed on the field at any time before or during or.
So 3:24 remaining in the game. Lycoming's run 70 plays this afternoon for 268 yards. That's 3 yards average. Wilkes, on the other hand, is averaging nearly 7 yards. They run 54 plays in the game, but they've scored twice on defense and one on a kick return, as has Lycoming here this afternoon. As the fourth quarter, as you might expect, has been controlled a little bit by Lycoming with a couple drives in there. In this quarter alone, they've run 16 plays for 95 yards. Just 10 plays for Wilkes in this quarter. So a little poach kick, and it is a fair catch and caught up at the 34-yard line.
Number 6, Justin Moore comes up to make the catch on the kickoff.
Justin Moore made that fair catch.
Ball spotted on the
31-yard line is where they're going to mark it for this Wilkes team. And Cooper King back out at quarterback. So off the left-hand side, Egby, a junior from Boyertown High School, brings it up near the 40 to the 39-yard line. So 8 yards on that play for the Colonels, as we're under 3 minutes to play in the game here. Again, back to Egby. He's up to the 40, about a yard short. Doesn't go down, and we'll shuffle in another running back.
We'll bring up 3rd and 1. Number 91, Justin Castillo on the tackle for the Warriors.
So after the run, it will be a 2-minute timeout. We'll take a break. We'll take a 60-second break, and we come back. We'll have the final 2 minutes here at Schmidt Stadium. So the final 2 minutes here at Schmidt Stadium in Edwardsville. It's been a dominating performance by the home team, the Wilkes Cardinals. 53-28, the score. Hand off to number 14, McCullough from Upper Darby. Sean McCullough, the grad student, number 14 with the carry. Inside Warrior territory to the 49-yard line. As players are being shuffled in and out now for the Colonels here late in the game.
Nate Martin again on the stop for the Warriors.
Inside handoff. Anthony Torres Jr., the quarterback, number 5. He handed the ball off from Philadelphia.
Torres hands to number 15.
Kyler Proper, first-year player. 5'9", 159, 185-pounder. First-year player, as I said, from New York. Had the carry on that. As Torres is the quarterback here late in this contest. Blitz shown by Lycoming. And Proper nowhere to go. Loss on the play. Back to midfield. As that should just about do it. And it will. That's the last play of the game. And it was again, dominating performance by the Wilkes Cardinals this afternoon as they'll head to Keystone next week to take on the Giants. Lycoming, meanwhile, will take on Catholic next week at home as they drop to 2-3 on the afternoon. Career day for Elijah Jules. All three parts of this Wilkes team had scored a touchdown, 2 interceptions by Donnell Mackey Woodson. Go for touchdowns. They also get a 92-yard touchdown return from Ramel Terry, and Elijah Jules puts up 198 yards in a career day. So the final score once again, Wilkes 50.